Hello, welcome to New Year's Eve. I am super excited to be back with you guys. I know I took time off in November and December, and it is so good to be back. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, a great Christmas, and Happy New Year's Eve. I'm sure you are looking forward to welcoming in 2022. So am I. I want to give you 5 actual things that you can start doing right now. You don't have to wait till tomorrow to actually see a change in who you are and where you are. Happy New Year, you guys. Yes, thank you so much, Mark. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in too. I'm so excited to be back with you. You know, like I said, I took a break from YouTube, and to be honest with you, I was missing you guys. So I'm excited to get back into kind of the swing of my normal workflow, and you guys can be expecting videos every Friday once again. So yes, I'm excited to be back. Hi Stacy, thank you so much for tuning in. Quick thing before I get started, two quick things actually. First of all, it's the last day to get my 40 products for $40. 40 products for $40. Yes, you heard that right. The link is in the description of this video. Today's the last day to get it. I'm going to take all of those products down. If you're not familiar, I don't leave my stuff up for you to buy, for you to access all of the time. So when I have it available to purchase, it's like get it within that time frame because I'm taking it down. So you can get 40 products for $40. Last day is today. It includes a bunch of courses, ebooks, all types of stuff. And then you can check out the titles of everything that's included, again, at the link in the description of this video. And then tomorrow, my podcast officially launches. I am so excited about this. I wanted to provide a platform where people can have access to me all the time. So every single Wednesday, you can call in. And again, the link to this, it's available on Apple, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast. You can go subscribe right now. And tomorrow, the first podcast actually comes out. There's a little welcome message that you can listen to right now. But it's important for me to be able to try to touch as many people as I can this year. And so every single Wednesday you can call in, you can ask me your questions, you can share with me your wins. I often think that there's not enough outlets for people who have come out of narcissistic abuse to really celebrate what they've done and how far they've come. And hi, Noah. Thanks so much for joining. You guys, thank you for joining. I'm so excited to see you guys. So the podcast will just be a place for you to really converse with me, with my guests, and share experiences and get advice. And so we can really help each other. You guys know my story already, but you know, I think back to the first time that I went to family court and how different the timeline for my situation would have been if I had known what I know now. And so this is a way for you to call in and get your questions answered, or share advice or share your experience, and we can kind of all help each other in 2022. So I want to get into the 5 things that you can start doing to really see an improvement in your life, in who you are, in where you are, in all of, you know, that your life is made up of 7 different pie pieces, so to speak, right? In every single one of those places. And sometimes we think that, hi, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. It's exciting for me to be back on YouTube because I'm glad I took a break. I needed to take a break, but I really have missed being on here. So I'm excited to connect with you guys, and especially moving into the new year. So these 5 things will help you improve every single one of those spheres of influence in your life. And incorporating these things to where they're just structures in your routine, meaning it's not because I'm doing it because it's Monday or it's Sunday or whatever. It's just, this is normal day-to-day stuff. And these are things that I have incorporated into my life, and I cannot say enough about them. So without ado, let's get started. Number 1 is to meditate. I meditate every day. I meditate twice a day. And it is something that I mean, I have so much more energy because I meditate. I have so much more clarity because I meditate. The way that I think about things, my patience is longer. There's stuff that happens when you set aside this time for yourself that measurably impacts the other areas of your life. And so I really encourage you to set up a time to meditate, even if it's just one time a day. To start with, I meditate twice a day for 30 minutes each time. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I meditate and for 30 minutes, and then I go about my life. And then from 1 to 1:30, I have that time blocked off in my schedule. I don't take clients during that time. I'm not doing emails during that time. I sit down and I meditate. Do you know why? It's not because I'm selfish. It's because I want to be the best at everything that I do. I want to do everything with excellence. My clients that I see throughout the day, the coaches that I coach, I want to be my best self with them. You guys deserve the best version of me. I deserve the best version of me. My family deserves the best version of me. And meditation is something that if you've never done it, it can seem like, why am I wasting an hour or half an hour or whatever you decide to start with a day? You will get so much more stuff done if you can set aside this time, because you think clearer, you see more possibilities, and your patience to finish a task extends. And there's all types of physical benefits that we can scientifically measure through meditation as well. And actually, if you subscribe to my podcast, one of the pre-recorded podcasts that I'm going to do, if I can't make a Wednesday, I'm going to release this first, is meditation, a guided meditation. This is how I sit down to meditate and get in a space of like what I just call my own world. And so I've never really shared that with anybody, not really even my friends. So I am excited to release it to you guys. So sign up for my podcast. That's one of the things that I'm going to release on there, is a guided meditation. So number 1, set up a meditation schedule. Even if you set up 15 minutes twice a day, once a day, just start somewhere and start building on it. You need to be consistent with it though. Like all things, if you do it one time, you're not going to see immediate results, immediate improvement. And so the longer you stick with it, like I've been doing this for years, literally years, where I've not missed. I make it a habit every single day. You will start to see so many benefits from it. So get that into your schedule. Number 2, commit to predetermined choices. I am so big on this. Molly, yay! Hi, Molly. Oh my goodness. Happy New Year. Molly and I were deployed to Iraq together. So I've known her for a long time. Thank you so much for joining. Do I use music, or are you just silent to meditate? Okay, I do it. I actually do 1 and 1. In the morning, I play worship music in my house 24/7. So in the morning, the music is still going. So I typically let it go during my morning session, and then I turn it off for my afternoon session typically. So that's how I do it typically. Molly, Happy New Year. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so commit to predetermined choices. This is something that will help you stay on track and be focused with your goals. If you have a goal, you need to be committed to that goal. And that means by already anticipating things that are either from your past or patterns that you've noticed in yourself or noticed with people that you work with or your friends or even the narcissist in your life or whoever. You've noticed people who don't support these goals for you or reasons why you've gotten off track before. You need to identify those things, and you need to be able to say, in the past, I haven't been able to do this because of this. So in order to mitigate that, here is what I'm going to do instead. And I know that this can be overwhelming if you've never really sat down to do this before. And if you need help, by the way, I have 2 step-by-step planning worksheets that are part of that 40 products for $40 deal that I was just telling you about. 2 of those things are on predetermined choices and how to set them up with the narcissist, specifically for interacting with the narcissist, and then second of all, for how you deal with your life as it's impacted by the narcissist. So whether this means dealing with your children, explaining something to your kids, or how to explain stuff to your friends or your work or whatever. And how do you keep on track knowing that somebody from the outside does have a significant amount of influence on how you do things or when you do things? So making predetermined choices helps you get back on track in terms of taking back your power of staying committed to getting to where you want to go. And it also helps you in every other way. Like, it rewires your brain. It physically rewires your brain. It helps renew your mind. There's a lot of possibilities and opportunities that will start opening up for you. When you start being committed to you, other people will be committed to you. So I encourage you to do that. If you're not already committed to making predetermined choices, this is one of the easiest and biggest ways that you can start influencing the trajectory of your court case, of your life after divorce of a narcissist, or co-parenting with a narcissist, or whatever your situation is. You need to do it. Like, it's literally that big of a deal. Like, this must be implemented. I go over this with every single one of my clients. There's not one single one of my clients who doesn't need to make a predetermined choice ahead of time in order to help free up space for and brain power, energy. And especially when you're at the start of a court battle, by the way, you need to be able to make choices fast, but good choices, not impulsive choices. And this helps you do that. Okay, number 3, goal planning. I like your glasses. Thank you. Yes, they're blue light blockers. I don't actually need glasses, but I do wear them whenever I look at the screen. Okay, choose a big goal for the year. Yeah, and you can actually choose multiple goals for the year. But let's say you have one big goal, and it can be whatever it is for you. It can be a financial decision. It can be a family decision. It can be growth in your physical body, or spiritually, or whatever. So choose a big goal and then make it measurable. You need measurable timelines that you break it down for 3 months. You break it down. So every 3 months you have a check-in spot for that goal. Every month you have a check-in spot for that goal. Every week you have a check-in spot for that goal, and every day. And in other words, you take the big goal and then you back plan for it. By 3 months, how much of that goal should I have done? And what am I measuring that by? A lot of people will make goals like, I want to feel better. But we need to define, what does that mean? Does that mean that I lose weight? Does that mean that I have more friends and I spend time with them? Does it mean that I am connected into a group at my church or a group in my community? What does that actually mean to me? Because that's going to be different for all of us. So whatever that is, it needs to be measurable. How will I define that in 3 months? Will I define it by the amount of friendships that I have, the quality of friendships that I have, the amount of groups that I'm involved in? Like, what for me is my goal? How am I measuring if I'm being fulfilled by that or not? And then every day you want to check in. How do I do that? Maybe it's by sending a quick text to my friends groups, right? Like, I pick a friend each day and I check in with them and just say, hey, I was thinking about you. I'd love to get together with coffee. Maybe it is setting up a coffee date each week with a different friend. Whatever it is for you, every day, every week, every month, every 3 months, and then at the end, every year, you should be able to measure it. Not just like in your head, but you actually write this stuff down and you put it in your calendar so that it's, again, a set fixture. This can't just be something that like, oh, I intend to do it, but like I have no actual structure to help me do it. When you're doing something new for the first time, it doesn't matter how simple it sounds, it needs to be intentional. You have to schedule it. You have to be present and connected with that goal every single day. Otherwise, you're wishing for it to happen. You're just expecting it to happen without any discipline in that area. So really having a timeline for these things that are measurable is going to help you make sure that you achieve your overall goal at the end of the year. Okay, number 4, do something for your body every day. You need to do that. Okay, Kristen, hello. How to deal with being harassed by an ex-fiance? Step-family have a frivolous restraining order against me and falsely accusing me of crimes I never did. Police aren't willing to take a harassment report. Okay, that's a lot. How about this? Wednesday, January 5th, call into my podcast, tell me more details, because I cannot answer that with just what you've given me. I would need to know what state you're in, all of this type of stuff. So please call me on Wednesday. Do something for your body every day. Number 4, you need to choose something for your body that you're going to commit to doing every day. Maybe it's you're adding in an additional healthy snack. Maybe it's that you're committing to making a healthy dinner every night of the week for 2 weeks. I feel like I'm being re-traumatized. Okay, that's also a very common experience, and especially whenever there's courts or police or some sort of authority involved in the situation. So please call me on Wednesday. Call my podcast on Wednesday and let's discuss that. So number 4, again, do something healthy for your body. Maybe it's going for a 30-minute walk. Maybe it is joining a gym and committing to going 5 or 6 days a week. Maybe it is joining a, they have those things at the park where you can go do like workouts. Of course, I live in Texas, so it's nice outside all of the time, but maybe that wouldn't work for you guys. Maybe your state is cold, so go to the gym and join some sort of program. Do something for your body every day. A lot of people feel really terrible in their minds and then in their bodies when they're going through narcissistic abuse. Number 1, your body needs to detox. You need to make sure that you're drinking enough water. That could be your goal. Making sure that you drink a gallon a day or whatever, a gallon of water. Whatever your goal is, you need to understand that you are a 3-part being. You are a spirit, you have a soul, you have a body, and you need to take care of all of those parts. Otherwise, it doesn't work efficiently. So even if you feel like you did a good job of setting boundaries with a narcissist, or you were very good about tracking the day for, with a narcissist, or whatever it was that you did good today, you can still feel terrible simply because you didn't move your body. You didn't feed your body correctly. You didn't drink enough water. You didn't get outside and get some sunshine. So please take care of your body. Do something for your body every single day. And again, this isn't like in your head, oh yeah, I'll do something for my body. This is, I want to know, when is it happening? Did you mark it off on your calendar? How are you going to make sure that you show up? Are you setting alarms ahead of time? Did you pack your bag the night before? Be intentional about what it is that you're going to do. If you're going to drink a gallon of water, how are you measuring that? Go get yourself a gallon jug of water, or whatever it is that you need to do to, videos on soul ties and soul contracts would be good. I have some of those on this channel already. If you are more specific, I will see what I can do. I would love to do more videos that would help you guys. So be more specific about that, but I do talk about that often on this channel. So do something for your body. And again, make it a structure in your schedule until it's a habit where you just do it naturally without thinking about it. This needs to be put into your schedule. You need to be intentional about it. And number 5, stop making excuses. I tell my clients, I tell my friends this even, you know what, if you're honest with yourself, you'll never lie to me. If you will be honest with yourself, you'll be honest with others. And it's just that simple. Lots of times we find ourselves making excuses for something, and that reasoning, how do I find your podcast? It's in the description of this video. You can click on it and then you can subscribe. And in the description of the podcast, it will tell you the number and all of that and how to call me on Wednesday. So if you make an excuse in one area of your life, it's very easy to get into the habit then of passing the blame or of just reasoning away. And it can sound very good. It can sound like extremely logical. Like, of course I can't do that because blah, 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 right? And it sounds really good to us, but then this becomes a pattern of the reason why we keep staying stuck and repeating the same year every single year, which is really why I wanted to do this video. I want you to know you don't have to live this year again. You don't have to live 2020 in 2021, and you don't have to live 2020 in 2022. We've got a lot of people doing that, but you don't have to do it. You don't have to. You can make your life however you want to make it. There can be some constraints that happen in your life. You might be tied to a legal battle with a narcissist, but that doesn't mean that you can't have your life building the foundation for your future and what you want your future to look like. The narcissist does not need to control your emotions, does not need to control your thoughts. He does not, or she does not need to control your behavior, how much patience you have, how much sleep you get, how you eat, when you take a walk, how much sunshine you get for your body. This stuff does not need to be controlled by the narcissist. And yet there's a lot of people outsourcing their happiness to whether or not the narcissist is involved in their lives. Guess what? Sometimes you're going to be stuck in a situation where you're dealing with that person for 18, 21 years. You need to understand that you have to stop making an excuse. I understand that's a constraint in your life. That's a constraint in your life. That person's going to be there. That person is always going to be doing their nonsense. And yes, it's unfortunate that that is the situation, but that should have zero impact on how successful you are with your business, how you feel about yourself in your body, how you are thinking about yourself in your mind, how you parent your children. All of these things are completely within your control. The easy route is to say, no, they aren't. The narcissist is impacting it. Well, you don't understand what the narcissist is doing or saying about me or whatever. Folks, I've been doing this my own self. I've been through that my own self. This is the basis of my coaching. It's the basis of this YouTube channel. And I never ask my clients or my coaches to say or do something that I've never done. When I say it's possible, I'm saying it as somebody who's like a living testament of that thing working. I have so many clients. I have dozens and dozens of clients who've done the same thing. My coaches, the same thing. We've all done this. This is stuff that is absolutely possible, but you have to unlock yourself. You have to free your own self from the prison of your thoughts. And when you start understanding like, okay, I've actually just been making an excuse in this area, but I'm ready to stop doing that. I'm ready to take responsibility and take authority over that thing. That's the day that your life will change. Your life can change today. Your life can change tomorrow. Your life can change in 10 years. There's not a time limit on it, but the sooner you start, the sooner you're going to see a change. And so you guys, these are 5 things that I hope help you to really see you can take actionable, measurable steps today that can significantly impact the trajectory of where you are in a month, in a year, in 10 years from now. The average amount of time that my clients spend with me is 7 months. So most of my clients, some shorter, some longer, obviously, but the average time is 7 months. What could you change in your life in 7 months? If you were to be dedicated to even one of these things every day for 7 months, how would your life be impacted? I really want you to understand you have so much power. You have so much power. Your thoughts are so powerful. Your perspective is so powerful. And the moment that you decide to, no, you do not have to, you can find my podcast on Apple. It's on Apple right now, so you can just subscribe to it. There's no fee for it. You don't have to join $4.99 a month. Yep. So just go find me, subscribe, and then look at the description of the podcast, and it'll tell you the number that you can call on Wednesday. So I just want you to understand that once you decide I'm powerful, once you decide I have powerful thoughts, I can have a powerful perspective on my life, and I can start making choices from that perspective that will significantly change the route that I'm headed in, the direction I'm headed in, how fast I get there, then that's the day. That's the day. I've said this before, but thieves don't break into empty houses. Why do you think the narcissist chose you to be a victim? It's because they saw something valuable in you. And when you start to have that perspective of yourself and start to see, you have an Android though. Okay, then find me on Spotify. Find me on Spotify or Google Podcasts. Yeah. Wherever you listen to your podcast, just look up. Actually, you can look at my name. You can look up Angel J. Storm, or you can look up my podcast title is called Manifold Mindfulness. So type one of those things in the search engine. So when you decide that, hey, the narcissist saw something in me that I didn't even see, and I mean, I'm serious about this. When you start seeing the narcissist as he or she should be a highlighter for your life. They should be highlighting the weak places in your life, and you should be taking note of that. And they should be highlighting the very strong places in your life. And you should also be taking note of that. There's power that you have that you probably didn't even recognize, but I hope the narcissist highlighted it to you. So what I hope for you is that you will take one or 2 or maybe even all 5 of these suggestions that I just gave to you that you can start implementing. Make these things a structure in your day. Put reminders in your phone. Block off time on your calendar to start doing this. To start doing these things and make them habits. Don't quit when it's, January 10th. Keep with it every single day. It takes on average 63 days to make a new connection, a new habit in your brain, a new long-term memory in your brain. And through those 63 days, you're going to have periods of time where it's easy, and you're going to have periods of time where there's a lot of resistance against you. And so you need to understand that, nope, I'm just going to keep doing it. This is something I'm committed to. I don't care if it's difficult. I don't care if it's uncomfortable. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep drinking my water, going on a walk. I'm going to keep not making excuses, but I'm going to see things for what they truly are. I'm going to still set aside the time to do meditation. It's a commitment to yourself. You teach other people how to treat you by the way you're treating you. So if you don't take time and be dedicated to yourself, how would other people do that? How are you expecting other people to do for you what you won't do for yourself? So please, in 2022, don't live 2021. Don't live 2020. Make it a new year. Take some of these things and start making them structures in your life and see how quick your mindset changes, the way you feel about yourself changes. The amount of friends and the quality of friendships that you have, your relationships are going to be completely different if you will be dedicated to yourself. So I hope this has helped you. You guys go find my podcast. You can find it on wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you're on Apple, it's on there. If you're on Spotify or Google Podcasts, it's on there. And remember, today is the last day to get the 40 for 40. So 40 products for $40. Today is it. And after that, they're going away. I don't know when I'll bring them back out. So go get those. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I will be releasing a video this coming Friday. I believe it is the 7th. So I will be back on the schedule of every Friday with my videos on YouTube, and I will do lives again and all of that. So thank you for giving me a break. Happy New Year, and I will see you in 2022.